What's up, guys? Road to Excellence here, and today's book review is The Science of Getting Rich. Alright, by Wallace D. Wallace. This was written like 100 years ago now, over 100 years ago. It's a great book, still very applicable to today's world. Alright, it's all about how to get rich, the science of getting rich. Wallace D. Wallace claims that there's an exact science to getting rich. And if you begin to follow these principles laid out in this book, that you have an undeterminable faith to get rich. Like it's gonna happen, no matter what. If you follow everything in this book to a T. One of the main concepts I really like in this book is you keep reading it over and over and over again, which is the repetition of the information being implanted in your mind and your subconscious mind, which will in turn make you act a different way. This is a common theme throughout a lot of books or self-help books, is the repetition of the material. Like, you can't read a book once and expect to know everything and to begin acting that way just because you read it once. You have to apply the principles. Alright, so that's what this channel is about. It used to be knowledge is power, but I don't believe knowledge is power. I believe knowledge is a fuel for action, which turns into power. So, three biggest takeaways I got from this book. Number one is gratitude. Gratitude keeps you connected with the all. Gratitude allows you to see the best in everything. And when you're in a state of just pure gratitude, like you're just extremely happy, it's almost like a blissed out state. And you have this ability to turn things, negatives into positives like this. It's just natural. It's just how you're thinking. It's how you're wired. When you see someone that's having a trouble or something, your natural instincts to just go over and just flip the script for them and try to help them. And sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. More often you can. And it's amazing what you can do for people when you're in a state of just pure blissed out gratitude. So yeah, second biggest takeaway is best way to serve the world is to make the most of yourself. And that means you should have the obligation to get rich, because that way you can help more people than you can if you stay poor. And a good example of that is just like paying bills or donating to charity or helping people in Africa or something. If you don't have any money, you can't do that. If you don't have any money, odds are you're working a 9 to 5 job, you're like stuck there, essentially stuck, but you're not really stuck unless you choose to be stuck. But when you have money, you have a lot more choices, a lot more opportunity to help people. So I believe that's what he means by it's in the world's best interest and your best interest to become rich. Alright, and the third best point, which has changed my mindset dramatically, is never look at the supply as limited. Never look at the limited supply, like the visible supply. Always look at the limitless riches in formless substance, and know they are coming to you as fast as you can receive and use them. So what does this mean? Look at your bank account, for example. Look at it, and it may be very limited, but you shouldn't look at it as limited. You should look at it as possibly unlimited, because it has the possibility to be unlimited. Or when you're at the club or a nightclub or something, and you're looking to pick up a chick, and you see like there's no hot chicks around, everyone's taken or whatever. But you can visualize what you want in front of you, and it will in turn make you feel that way. If you can really act as if that it's already happening, it's already here, and then begin to act that way and do everything in your power to make that come to fruition, to bring that thought into form. And that's the key here. It's not just sitting in your good feelings, it's getting up and taking action on it and making it happen. Do everything you can every day to make it happen. And not doing one thing could dramatically delay the reward. So it's very important that you do everything you can now, today, and not put off anything till tomorrow. And not try to do tomorrow's work today. You don't want to be rushed. Rushing is a competitive mindset. It means you're trying to hurry and get it done because someone else might take it from you or it might be gone. But if you really think about it, that's a complete scarcity mindset. You never want to rush because it implies lack. Where this whole book is centered around abundance mindset. And I don't think this, maybe it says abundance once or twice in this, but I don't think it really claims abundance, but it's all based on abundance. And that is why I feel this book is so powerful. And it's really just chocked full of so many things. It's a very short book, but it is powerful. It's so loaded. Like it's literally like these pages are short. I read the entire thing yesterday in like an hour. It's like 140 some pages. I don't know. All I'm saying is I've been reading it over and over and over again, and I keep picking up different things and just constantly thinking about them. And it's helping me just to get a different perspective of the world and just open up new opportunities. It's opened me up to new opportunities that otherwise may have just gone by. Alright, so those are the three biggest takeaways. Now for new actions. What new actions am I going to take to implement these things into my life? The first thing is daily gratitude practice. In the morning, just do at least 3 things that I'm thankful for, that I'm grateful for, and why. Why am I grateful for these things? And it just sets your day up for success, especially if you do this in the morning. Makes it a lot more powerful. Right when you wake up, just think of 3 things you're grateful for, and yeah, great way to start your day. Look at everything as advancing and see all but the best. Or just see the best. I don't think all but the best made sense. But that's really just coming down to gratitude. If you're in a state of pure gratitude, you're going to see the best in everything. And this all comes with repetition, practice. It's not going to be like an instant fix. It's going to be something that over time you develop. So, yeah. And the third action is think abundantly constantly, not allowing appearances to drive thinking. To think what you want, regardless of appearance, is to always think truth. Alright, because appearances will take you down places that you don't want to go. When you can control your thinking, you don't have to think for appearances. You can think whatever you want to think whenever you want to think it. Alright, and it takes more power, it takes more energy to think what you want to think, but it's so much more worth it because you start getting what you want instead of what you've been getting. Because if you look at what you always look at, you're just going to keep getting the same. That's why you need to start thinking exactly whatever it is you want to think. And new things will start to happen. Alright? The most challenging part of implementing these new actions is really quite simple. The hardest part is being able to hold these thoughts when I'm around people that aren't holding these thoughts. When I'm around people that are in scarcity mindset, that are bombarding me with scarcity, with lack, with I don't have this, and it's like, oh, I can't get that. But in reality, it's just their thinking that's off. Because if they really wanted it, they could make it happen. And that's something that is, it's all just the mindset. You know, there's nothing in this world that you can't get, except maybe like a spot in the NBA or something. That's competitive, and the creative plane, anything's possible. So, as long as you got your brain and it's functioning, you can get anything you want. Alright, and for the challenging part, I said overcoming like people dumping off their mindset on me. Um, and the way I'm going to counteract this is always be vigilant in my thinking. I'm going to still be open and receptive to people's ideas, but I'm going to think about what they said, and if it doesn't suit me, I'm going to reject it. All right, I'm going to flip the script and go to something else. I'm not going to entertain the thought for a second. All right, entertain it for like I'll think about it. I won't even entertain it. I'll just keep it moving. You don't entertain negative thinking because what you think about, what you're focused on, expands. So if you start thinking about it, it's going to get bigger. You don't want that. You just want to look at it, ignore it, change it to something you want. All right, really quite simple. Most valuable piece of information in this book is that anyone can get rich. It doesn't matter what occupation you're in, where you're born, any of it. Your gender, your sex, your race, and whatever. It don't matter. It's all about acting now and starting to think and act in the certain way that he prescribes in this book. And I've given you a good start. If you're interested in learning more, like I said, Science of Getting Rich, go buy it, change your life. All right, pursuit of excellence here, road of excellence, going down that path until I reach true excellence. And don't stop until I reach it. There is no quit. Every day's the grind. Peace, guys.